Point in the show, we're gonna, it's kind of like the middle of the show. We can do a couple little, I want to just redo what I wrote here and stuff. I'm gonna announce somebody, but it's gonna take a little more than a minute. So yeah, I didn't want to try to remember all this stuff. But anyways, back when we came here last year, this one particular drummer, was like my first drum idol and stuff. He wasn't able to make it, but we were like, man, if he did come, you can't just show up. We gotta, we needed some kind of award for that. Wait, Bonzo Bash Legend Award. So that's how it all started last year. And this year, it all kind of worked out. So, he showed up. So, but I want to tell you a little bit about him, and then we'll move on. So, okay, let me see. It's like terrible lighting. This legend was the first drummer I got into. He was the first drummer I learned drum beats, drum parts, fills, and how to groove from. Like, these are the first records I got into. I bought all the records. I'll get to those in a minute. I bought the posters. They were on the walls. I was a member of their army. I dressed up like these guys. I dressed up like him. You know what I'm talking. I didn't even want to say the word army. I knew everybody would get it. I dressed up like him at Halloween. I wanted to be him when I grew up, and I still do. He played a style that was a mixture of big band, rock, and swing. He has a killer snare sound that I still try to tune mine like. He's a hit songwriter. He's an amazing singer. He's a great all-around musician. And you can hear it in his musical drumming. And that's a big thing. When you're a drummer, you're actually listening to the band and you're reacting to the music. At times, his drumming is like a studio session cat. A session cat. And other times, it's reminiscent of a bit of a Keith Moon thing with tomflurries and random crash riding. And his drum kits ruled. Every year, every tour, there was another amazing kid on stage that made me dream of someday being able to get a chance to play something like that. That huge, kind of amazing, beautiful kit in an arena. He made me dream, he made me practice, and he inspired me to go for the unknown that I knew I had to be in this lifetime, a drummer. My dad took me to see him at Madison Square Garden in 1979. His band was on top of the world. I couldn't even believe I was in the same room as him. It totally changed my life. I still listen to his records for inspiration. I still watch the videos, the bootleg YouTube clips, and it always takes me back to the inspired kid in me. When we came here last year, like I said, there was a chance he might be able to make it. It was a big deal, and I knew it had to be bigger than just somebody showing up. So that's when we decided to do the Bonzo Bash Legend Award. He was the first person to receive it. Any drummer that grew up in the 70s was inspired by this legend. And with that, let me quickly list off some of the songs with some killer grooves. Calling Dr. Love, God of Thunder, Do You Love Me, Detroit Rock City, Lover All I Can, Strange Ways, the intro to Strutter, the 180-degree roll around the toms and Making Love, and the epic drum solo in 100,000 Years, which I still think is one of the coolest drum solos ever. I could go on and on and on. But all those songs come from the following records. Their self-titled debut, Hotter Than Hell, Dressed to Kill, Alive, Destroyer, Rock and Roll Over, Love Gun, Alive 2, and Dynasty. So I think you probably all know who I'm talking about. Let's give it up. Make more noise than you've probably made in the past 6, 8, 10 months or something. The one, the only, the Cat Man, Kisses Mr. Peter Criss.
Sounded really cool, didn't it? How you guys doing? Peter! You must be saying, what am I doing here? Yeah! Last year, I got this great award with Carmine Apiece, good buddy of mine, and I couldn't be here to get it, so I am tonight. And to say thank you for it. It's an amazing thing. I'm a kind of meat and potato drummer, so I'm wondering, wow, the great John Bottom, what am I doing in there? But there you go. Life is pretty cool. Yeah! I have a great story, and it'll lead into why I am here. Last week I was going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Tonight I'm here. Yeah! This is really cool. is really, really cool. Many years ago, when I was a young musician, when I was a young little kid from Brooklyn, I hung out in the Village a lot, because back in the 60s, 70s, tell you how old I am, those are the great days of the bands, from Hendrix to Led Zeppelin to The Who to Jefferson Airplane to The Doors. Geez, I could go on and on and on and on. And the place to go see them was the Filmore. And it was a really cool old theater. You could pay like $3.95 and see 10 bands, and you could inhale 4 or 5 times and be as stoned as a skunk. For free. This is all for free for $3. Not a bad deal. So we would go pretty much as we could, as it would be a church to us, because we'd always be learning something new of how to play better. And I went one night with my dearest friend who passed on, Jerry Nolan, the drummer of the New York Dolls, and we said we wanted to go hear this band called Mountain. And I was amazed at the song Mississippi Queen, because I couldn't believe that a cowbell was ruling this song. This song was being run by a cowbell. And as a drummer, I'm going, that is so cool. Being a Gene Krupa guy, he always added it, but nothing like putting a nail in a casket. That's how Corky would hit a cowbell. And I remember sitting there and them coming on and feeling that cowbell literally banging into my heart, going, oh, it feels so good. I can't wait to go home and add that to my arsenal. And I have. And if you listen to my stuff through the years, especially 100,000 years, I'm a cowbell man. He has done that for me. I have been totally influenced by the great Corky Laing to add a cowbell to a set of drums. And not only is the guy famous for a cowbell, but the man can play a badass set of drums. You must know that. And I was asked tonight to come here and give Corky his award, the Bottom Award, the Bonzo Award. And I was overwhelmed. I said, absolutely. I never told the guy what an influence he was on Kiss, because the drums are the drums. And I finally get a chance tonight to tell him that, God bless him, the great, essential, unbelievable Corky Laing.
Yeah! And tonight we present the Bonzo Bash Legend Award to Mr. Corky Laing. You want to give that to him, Brian? Surprise.
One time in my life, I don't know what to say. I got to tell you, this is a total surprise, and I'm very thankful. Peter, thank you so much. I mean, you guys, the Bonzo Bash, everything is a celebration of John Bonham, but beyond, I wouldn't say beyond, it's every pulse that you guys feel. You know, you guys are all drummers. You may not have a kid, but you all got it going on. And the inventory in your heart is wonderful. Take care of it, and God bless. And I'd like to play this romantic song for Peter right now. And I'm sure a lot of you got laid to it, and if you didn't, you should get laid tonight, because, you know, it really comes down. It's pretty straight.
I'll hold this for you. We need you to play drums.
I'm going to try it.
You want to play a song?
Yeah.
Corky Laing.
Peter, Criss, Corky Laing.
Thank you, Peter. That was awesome. Corky Laing, everybody! The 2014 Bonzo Bash Legend Award winner. One of only a handful so far.